class. And what we're going to cover here is called requirement gathering. This is like around 12 to 20% percentage of your work. So when you go in a real world as a BA or as a project manager or as a Scrum Master or as a leader, right? Or as a QA, doesn't matter. You do need to understand project requirement. And project requirement is one of the most important aspects for every project. So today, my goal is to introduce various tools for requirement aspects. So how to collect requirement. So you will have fun because we're going to cover around 8+ tools, which will be very helpful for interview as well as a real job. Because majority times you do need this kind of tools and tools knowledge to perform your job. Good news, we will learn through labs, videos, group discussions, and case studies. So it will be fun while you're going through the learning. Please understand, anytime when I cover the content, my goal is to first cover the content, then give you lab, some videos, some group discussions, some case study, and project also. So this way you can really apply your learning in a real project world. Most of the time in interview, as I mentioned before, they may ask you, have you collected requirements? And if you collected, you say answer is yes, the natural question will be, what tools did you use? What techniques did you use? And what are the best practice or tips you develop part of the journey? So this is what normally people will ask. This is a very loaded question for every project. And in case if you are very well prepared, you can really set the tone in interview that yes, I know my part very well. If you are not well prepared, then question will be, if you cannot do good job in requirement gathering, most likely you will not be able to manage the project. So this kind of role, the key aspect is requirement gathering. That's why we are covering the first topic for the day. And this is the foundation for your career. So you cannot say, I do not know how to collect requirement gathering. You cannot say that. Why? Because that is the starting point for every product and project. Anytime you start a brand new project or product, requirement gathering will be the number one topic. So far, so good. And we will be covering that. So how, if somebody asks requirement gathering, what does it mean to you?
Like doing research, basically, when you first receive the project,
Mhm.
And you have to see what the requirements are for that project and what you.
How would you know that the requirements for the project?
Well, sometimes they give you some of the requirements,
Mhm.
and sometimes you have to find it on your own.
How would you find by your own?
You basically research, like you as you Google some of the.
So you are ready for learning, right? Yes or no? So your answer has to be convincing. When you say research, that's not enough. Do you guys agree on that? It has to be foundation, step by step. You need to educate somebody how you're going to do research. Make sense?
Right.
This is very important question in any interview. And I have seen that the people who do good job in this question, most likely going to get a job. Why? Because if you know the requirement gathering, then you know how to go to the next step. Sounds good? What about you, my friend? Let's say did you buy any house or car recently? So let's say you're looking for a car. How would you find the right car for you? What kind of research would you do?
Well, I will look at one in my research.
Mhm.
It can be online. It is both online and physical.
Mhm.
I can call it a vigilance.
In person.
In
Right.
person.
Very good.
On the online, I look at what's on the, what do I need and how can I get it?
Okay.
What do I need and how can I get it?
Right.
Then from there, I'll research the different sites how I can get it.
Very good.
Then from there, after seeing what are the places, then I will go now on the in person.
Because in this project, which you are doing it, you're buying a car, which is your own decision. Yes or no? But what if I'm buying a car? And if I ask you to do research, how would you do research differently?
Yeah, then that's different.
I want to know that part.
Then I will first
Make sure you pay attention. Yeah.
I will first come to you. You tell me what do you want.
But I don't know how to tell.
Now, take an example. You say you want it to say.
I want car.
Yeah, you want a car. So I will first I will ask what kind of car does he need?
4 wheels.
4 wheels. Then
Yes.
I will go on the net and in person to find the different models of the car.
Now let me stop. If I say I want a car and you start doing research, then you will spend a lot of time in research. Do you agree? So wouldn't it be a great idea that you start preparing questions and try to get more detail, maybe early stage, and then narrow down your research? Do you agree on that? Because if I say car and you do all the research and later on I say I'm looking for a toy car, would that research will be helpful? No, I'm looking for a car, but I was looking for a toy car for my son. Make sense or no? So rather than just start doing research, maybe it's a good idea to face the reality. Talk to your customer. Do you agree?
That's when I say they will come to find out.
Correct. Before you jump into the requirement session, you need to start having a meeting. So today, we're going to show you some tools and techniques and tips which will help you to know how to collect the requirement in IT world. Just like they're doing requirement gathering for a house or car, those are good, but those are not like the way normal people work in industry. Make sense? So we'll go over that. But before we jump into that, I just want to make sure other students are able to join because I'm kind of. So we will do small exercise. Okay, we will try to do collect requirements. So you will understand how you can collect the requirement. Okay? People on phone, we will be doing small exercise. So why don't you all go to Google and then type this Mindmap. Let me repeat. You type mind, M-I-N-D, mind, map. Mindmap. Make sure you type Mindmap and press enter. Mindmap. Spelling is a little different. Mindmap, MUP.com. So for survey, mindmap.com. Are you typing correctly?
Mind up, right?
You can see Mindmap. You can see on the screen, Mindmap. Make sure you always see on the screen so you don't make mistakes. Mind, right? M-I-N-D, mind, and then map, MUP.com.
Yeah, mind map.
And press enter. Now you press enter. Now, now when you are here, I'm going to put in a chat room. So people who are online, I'm going to give you a link. So in case if you don't have, you can get the link also. Let me know if you are able to access this page. Let me know if you are able to access this page. So for survey, people on phone, are you guys able to access? Give me thumbs up so at least I know.
I need to sign up.
No. I will help you. Please see here. Always see on the screen. I'll help you. Can I count everyone is here? Rachel is saying thumbs up. Yeah. And others. Now, first thing, what we're going to do, we're going to click on create free map. Click on create free map. Make sure you use mouse and click on it. Create free map. Create free map. Make sure you follow the flow, create a free map. If you click on it, it will take you inside. Okay. Can I count everyone is inside? Sir, are you with me? Why not? You are not able to click? You have mouse, you have mouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, somebody's here.
Why don't you sit next to me? Come on. That way it will be easier for me to get context. Why don't you take him next to you? Next to me. It's sit down next to him so it will be easier. Yes. Next to you. So that way it's easier. Watch out, people. Carefully click on it, okay? Now, if you are here, the first thing we need to double click here and type. Double click means your left mouse button, mouse is there, right? Double click on it and you can start typing. Double click.
Yeah, we sign up for this right now.
No, you don't have to sign up. That's why I'm saying make sure you follow me, because if you're not following, you will be in a different path. Double click and you start. So double click here and let's say you want to start. Let's say I want to create a business. Let's start a new business. Start. So you double click here and say start a new business. Start a new business. Just double click first. Double click and start typing. Start a new business. Double click and start typing. Double click and say start a new business. Double click and double click first. Go to double click. Then it should come. Double click again. Double click and start typing. Double click and start typing.
I think you actually have to. No, don't do anything right now. Well, I'm just saying, way better.
Start typing. So you start a new business. Okay. So far with me?
Yeah.
Okay. This is like an easy tool. You will have fun. Make sure you see it so you don't have to repeat the same question again. Now, what we need to do, you have this side. You are going to click here, this one, child. Do you see that? So you can see here, I'm going to click on this second icon, which is called insert child, like this.
Okay.
So check it out. See, I'm keeping here. And I'm going to click on insert child. Make sure you see on the screen and click on insert child. So when you do that, your child, yes, sir. Yeah. Make sure you see on the screen. And now question is, what business we are starting? Make sense, man? Right? Just type what business we are starting. So far, so good. Now, if somebody asks, I'm going to start a new business, do you think you will have question normally? What business you are starting? Yeah, because you're not typing correctly, that's why. You have to double click properly. It seems like you're not typing correctly because I showed you, right? Yeah, see here. Click here. You know how to click here. And now you click here. type correctly, because if you type incorrectly, it won't work. And make sure you type properly. What, right? So far, so good. Now, if somebody asks, like, I want to start a business, your first question will be, what? What business you are trying? So now, let's say I want to start a business where I want to maybe sell products. Make sense? Very good. Make sure you see on the screen, because every small thing you should not be lost, because you are trying to do BA, you are solving someone's problem, right? We don't want to create our problem. So if somebody asks what is the question you will ask to customer. So when you ask that, hey, what business it is, and he or she will tell, I'm selling a product. Make sense? Now that part will be clear. But then what would be the second question would you ask? So now let's say example. Please see here. Hello. See here. So you will avoid the mistake. See here. I'm clicking here. Do you agree? First you click here, and then you again add a child. In that case, I'll say I'm selling iPhone product. iPhone products. So I'm selling iPhone products. So now I'm starting a new business. What business I'm doing? As soon as you ask question, I added a new child selling iPhone products. So you got the answer. This is the question you asked. This is the answer you got. Make sense or not? Are we understanding? Now tell me what question you will ask. This is your customer. He wants to start a new business, but he has no business requirement. And you are the one who's going to collect the requirement. So what would be the second question would be asking? Very good. So now please see on click again here, and then click on the child again. This one, child. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click where you going to start this business. Do you guys agree? And then click here. So if somebody say I'm going to start a business, there would be a natural question where I'm going to start the business. If you ask question where, what would be the answer they will give? Okay. So now, please understand, you just need to do the same thing again and again. Select this thing and click on insert child. Make sense or not? Insert child, insert in wood fill mode. In wood fill mode. Right? So if I'm going to start in wood fill mode, so that's where I can see the location is clear. I have where, I have answer. Make sense or not? Is this enough for us to collect the requirement?
Of course not.
So what else should I ask?
What is your price for the product?
Okay. So now you click again. Anytime you have question, you come back again. You click here, and you click on this icon. Make sense? You always click first here, and then you come here and click a second here. So now you can have a child and say, what's price? Right? Price range. So if you ask what's the price range, they will give you answer. Do you agree or not? Are we following so far? That's the budget. So you click here. First you click here, and then you add an insert child. Now you click here. Now you click here, and then insert child. So when I do insert child, I'll say, you know what? I have a lease. So rent to pay. Yes or no? Right, rent. And press 2 time enters. Listen carefully. How many enters? 2 time enters. So you will get a sibling. You're gonna get sibling. So rent and 2 time enter 1 and 2. So I get a sibling. Make sense? Let me repeat again. If you don't pay attention, this is a basic thing, but it will look like a hard. So first of all, you know how I got this? I click here, and then I click here. And once I do that, I press 2 time enter. Enter 1 and enter 2. So you will get a sibling. So if I see here, I click here and I enter. Now I need to pay utility cost. 2-time enter, and I need to pay employee salary. And then marketing cost. So these are the costs I will be paying. Make sense or no? So you can see that I'm collecting more requirement. Now, if somebody say I'm paying rent, what would be the next question? How much rent? Right? Yes or no? So anytime you click here, then you click insert child, and they will say rent is, let's say, $3,500. If they say utility cost, you click here, and then you click here and say how much the utility cost. Let's say it's $200. You click on employee salary, insert child, and you click on $4,000. And you click on marketing, and you click here, and let's say 850. So you can see you are getting much more detail. Do you agree or not? Now this was there. This kind of information was there. This kind of information, when we started with the one sentence, I want to start a business, did we know about the cost? No, but we asked question. We asked question, we got answer. We asked again question, we got answer. We again ask question, so question gives me answer. As I'm asking question, I'm getting much more detail. Make sense?
What is a target market?
Target market.
Target,
Sorry, go ahead.
like your target audience. Who are you targeting?
Very good.
That's what I asked.
So you click here. Remember, we are doing only two things. We are clicking here in the master, and then we are clicking on a child. That's pretty much we are doing, right? And then we are asking to type. So here, who is target customer? Target customers. Who we are selling, right? So once you do that, you're going to click on insert child. So insert child, you do insert child. So you're here, and let's say I'm targeting local community. Local community. What does it mean? He's not selling online, basically. He's selling only local community who are living closer to the store. He's not online, because if he say online, then it's a different thing. But seems like he's a bricks and mortar store. Makes sense or not? Again, anytime I want to create this thing, first thing what I do is I go here, and then I click on this one, and I get this thing. Once I have that, if I click again, I'll get the local community. What other questions we should ask?
Duration. How long is it going to take?
That's very good. So again, whenever you have a question, you come in the middle. You click on the middle, and then you click on insert child. Make sense or not? You click on insert child, and when you click on insert child, you can ask when you want to start this business, right? When you want to start this business. Again, insert child, and let's say I want to start this business in April 2023. So that way I can give the timeline. I'm starting this business in 2023. As you can see, I'm evolving. We are just doing 2 clicks and entering. What else we should ask? What else we should ask?
Where are you gonna buy the products from?
Yes, so raw materials. So you can again click here, right? You can click here, and then again click here, right? You click here, and then again click here, and you can say suppliers. Who are your suppliers? Who are your suppliers? Means someone should provide you, and then you must be selling it. Remember, anytime you're doing that, you click here and create insert child. So now I write, who are your suppliers? Now, again, click that and click here. So now suppliers is maybe Apple. Apple is giving them, or like vendors who want them to sell, they're providing them. Okay. Anytime you want a sibling, you press 2-time enter. 2-time enter, and then you type. When you press 2-time enters, you get a sibling. So this is called sibling in same level. That's called sibling. When you press 2-time enter, you get a sibling. You can see how nicely we are collecting requirement. What else we should ask? What else we should ask? Starting a new business. Like example.
Funding.
Like the
Sorry?
delivery schedule.
Funding.
Funding. How are you going to get funding? Very good. So click on the plus and say funding. Funding, right? Click on the funding. And then you click here again. And this guy said funding, I'm getting loan, the bank loan. Right? What else we should ask?
I would say who would be the drivers of this project, because as a business owner, you can't execute the project yourself. So like what team, the team you need to put together to execute.
Very good. That's called resource. So again, you click here. Again, you click here and you click on insert child. And you can say resource. Right? What is resource? Then again, insert child. And you can say you have maybe staff. And in staff, you can have, let's say you have marketing person. And then 2 time enters, 1 and 2. How many enters? 2 time enters. And then you have technical person who can fix the iPhone. Then 2 time enters. Then you have store manager, 2 time enter. And then you have one person is called, one is marketing person, one is technical person, one is store manager, and the second is the accounting person. So you can see here you have resources. Now please understand, as if you are doing this thing after you do insert child, you just press 2 time enters. And when you press 2 time enters, you get this thing. 2 time enters, you get this. So when you press 2 time enters, you get a sibling. Sibling means they are on a same level. Now you can see how nicely the requirement is visible to you. Few minutes back, we had only one answer. We want to start a new business. But as I started asking questions, I started getting more detail. Ask yourself question. We spend like maybe 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, I have much more detail. Make sense or not? And the only thing we did is we select that, we went to insert child. And when we went there, we select there, we did insert child. If it is the same level, we press 2 time enters. Right? If it is same level, we press 2 time enters. So it's very easy to go through this kind of requirement gathering. You guys agree or not? Now ask yourself question. If you do this thing with your business person, do you get more information? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
And the business person will also enjoy it. Why? Because you are showing picture. When you are showing picture, it's easy to communicate. Do you agree? So now, example. Here is the resources. How many resources here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. But if you go here, here's the employee salary and marketing person. So we can say, is this salary is including all 4 people? If answer is no, then you may want to correct that. Do you agree on that? Question, you can also ask, are these members are already hired or are you planning to hire? Makes sense or not? If they're already hired, means there's existing team. And planning to hire, then question is, who's going to help you to hire? Makes sense or not? From where are you going to hire? Are you going to hire experienced people or new or beginner, right? Same thing. Here you are selling iPhone product. And they say, what are the iPhone product? Can you share? So like example, they're selling gadgets, they're selling this, maybe they're having some kind of iPhone related touchscreen type of materials, or maybe they have like earphone. What are the things they are selling? You can go in detail. And then we can say, what would be the price for each item, right? How many quantities you're going to do? Where are you going to store all those things? And how your delivery model will look like? Are you going to have like 10 items in a stock and 20 items you will restock, or how you going to order them? What would be your credit line, right? So you keep asking, keep asking, keep asking. Very soon you will have complete detail. Then if third person asks you, you will be able to educate them. Do you agree or not? So that collecting requirement in easy language is asking right questions. If you ask right questions, you will get right answers. Yes, sir.
So this basically what we already got.
BRD is the last stage. This is like a first day of the project. So first day of the project, you will not know more. So now you are going home after the meeting. You are having much more detail. Do you agree or not? So now you are going home. What kind of business we are talking about?
An
iPhone products. Are we doing online or in-person stores? In store, right? Are we talking about big or small?
Small.
Do you agree on that? So you get some box in your mental box about this business. Do you agree? What about you? Do you agree that business is visible by asking questions? Right? What about you, my friend? Ask yourself question. If somebody give you, I want to start a new business, that does not give you more details. But because you're asking questions, you're getting more detail. Now, you need to ask quality questions. More quality questions you ask, more quality details you get. So requirement gathering is the fun thing. It's a fun thing. But remember one thing, you need to have some tool like this. This tool is called Mindmap. Mindmap helps you to think about different things because it enables your mind to think. And when somebody says visually, right away they get ideas. You can easily document it. And then when you like this thing, you can file and you can download that. And you can download as a PDF file, you can download as an image, whichever way you want to download it. So like example, you want to take, hey, this is good, I want to download it. So you can do file, please do so. Go to file, download as, and you can say, I want to do it as a PDF file. So file, download as PDF file. Please do so. Hello, please do. Go to file, make sure you always do along with me. So that way you can learn something. Click on file, right? Then go to download and click on PDF. Make sense or not? Right? So when you do file, download, PDF, sorry, let me do that. File, download, and PDF. If you click on that, you get options. And now you can say export. You can click on export. You can click on export. And when you click on export, it will export it and give you a link. Now you can open it. So if you click open, you can click on open and you can see the PDF file, which you can email to your team members. Pretty good.